And most local and state governments have issued stay-at-home orders. Churches have been restricted from gathering, which some say it's a violation of the First Amendment. One America's Stefan Kleinhans has this report.
While local and state governments have issued stay-at-home orders amid the coronavirus pandemic, some people say that even the government's emergency authority shouldn't have applied to religious institutions. Horace Cooper, a senior fellow with the National Center for Public Policy Research, wrote a piece detailing what he calls the government's overreach on religious liberties and how the federal judges can play an important role.
The Constitution actually doesn't go on a hiatus during a pandemic. The rule typically is that the government can't do anything adverse to the church unless the government is doing something that affects everyone.
Cooper cited a recent case in Kentucky where communities were not only restricted from gathering in church parking lots, but also issued citations for staying in their cars and tuning into service, while drive-through restaurants and stores were allowed to operate.
In the case of Kentucky, a federal judge, Justin Walker, realized how insensitive, how much in violation of our First Amendment rights that separate treatment, that disparate treatment, church treated one way, McDonald's treated another way, that ran afoul of the First Amendment, and he issued an injunction.
Cooper noted how Texas exempted constitutionally protected activities in its stay-at-home orders, meaning they didn't place restrictions on groups like the media or religious institutions. Cooper also said that because churches are protected by the Constitution, they have the right to decide for themselves how their community will operate, adding that it's important to have judges that uphold those rights.
We are the ones that are empowered to exercise judgment. When the government understands that you can go to Home Depot and be trusted to make decisions about whether you need to go or not, the Constitution says the government must act the same way with regard to people of faith. When the government overreaches, it's important that we have constitutional judges that recognize the importance of the Bill of Rights.
Stefan Kleinhans, One American News, Washington.